What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Normally, it is bad news when we're talking about video games because they're all being either canceled or co-opted, or the studios are shutting down, the dev and the publishers are screwing over, and it's a whole bunch of, like I said, not good news. But this actually some good news. So we obviously did this story. You're hearing it a lot of Microsoft shutting down development teams, and so they shut down Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks, which has since been saved. So just 3 months ago, and of course, this is no shortage. I think we've well over 30,000 people in the video game industry from different studios and across the board have just been fired, let go for different reasons, some more deserved than others. So Hi-Fi Rush developer Tango Gameworks being saved by South Korean publisher KRAFTON after acquiring the Japanese studio and announcing plans to continue the Hi-Fi Rush IP. And this is what you're going to need to start seeing. You're going to need to start seeing if there is any chance of saving it. You're going to have to hope that other companies that can give more time and energy come in, which is what's looking like happened with this. So yeah, May 7th, official Tango Gameworks account announced the studio would be shutting down. Wrote that today it was announced that Tango Gameworks will close. Thank you to everyone that explored the worlds we created. Hi-Fi Rush, along with Tango's previous titles, will remain available and playable everywhere they are today. So, of course, sad news. At least they attempted to keep them for people to play. You see, the announcement was made alongside Microsoft shutting down Arcane Austin, the studio behind Redfall. And we saw that Redfall never made profit, released buggy and unplayable, basically. The mobile game developer Alpha Dog. It also merged Roundhouse Studios into the Elder Scrolls Online developer ZeniMax Online Studios. We saw them do that with other game companies, just disperse them, disband, and then disperse them amongst their many different groups. An email by IGN's Wesley Yin-Poole, Xbox Game Studios' Matt Booty, I remember that name, explained that the closures and layoffs, that these changes are grounded in prioritizing high-impact titles and further investing in Bethesda's portfolio of blockbuster games. In other words, they don't want to spend time or money on smaller games like this. And beloved worlds which you have nurtured over many decades, he added. To double down on these franchises and invest to build new ones requires us to look across the business to identify the opportunities that are best positioned for success. This reprioritization of titles and resources means a few teams will be realigned to others and that some of our colleagues will be leaving us. Guess they didn't plan on this happening. So after going over the closures, Booty stated, with this consolidation of our Bethesda studio teams so that we can invest more deeply in our portfolio of games and new IP, a small number of roles across select Bethesda publishing and corporate teams will also be eliminated. We saw that as the aforementioned Redfall team and others. These changes are not a reflection of the creativity and skill of the talented individuals at these teams. In other words, we didn't fire them because they're horrible, just because we don't have the time, energy, and or money or will to focus on them. And so at the time of the closure, Tango Gameworks was, of course, surprised, given that marketing, the vice president for marketing, Aaron Greenberg, had asserted that the game was a breakout hit and the players and all their measurements and expectations was really good. You can see that here. Hi-Fi Rush was a breakout hit for us and our players and all key measurements and expectations. We couldn't be happier with what the team at Tango Gameworks delivered with its surprise release. Well, clearly you could have been happier because they ended up getting rid of them, but the sun comes out and shines, much like that super thanks from Anner's No Good that I saw this morning. Oh, dopamine, serotonin release. And much like that, we get this South Korean publisher purchasing Tango Gameworks and welcoming the talented people at Tango Gameworks to their team, marking an exciting moment in the company's global expansion and its first significant investment into the Japanese video game market. Company added this strategic move will include the rights to Tango Gameworks' acclaimed IP, Hi-Fi Rush. And you can see here, furthermore, the press release added, as part of this strategic agreement, KRAFTON intends to collaborate with Xbox and ZeniMax to ensure a smooth transition, maintain continuity at Tango Gameworks, allowing the talented team to continue developing Hi-Fi Rush Up and explore future projects. In other words, we want to make sure that you don't screw over the existing player base. Make sure all assets and permissions are transferred over so that there's no hiccup. There'll be no impact on existing game catalogs of The Evil Within, The Evil Within 2, Ghostwire Tokyo, the original Hi-Fi Rush. For those unfamiliar with them, they have published Terra, PUBG Battlegrounds, New State Mobile, The Callisto Protocol, and Moonbreaker. The company owns Bluehole Studios, PUBG Studios, Striking Distance Studios, Unknown Worlds, Neon Giant, and more. So yeah, that seems like of all the ways that could have ended, this is the best possible outcome, at least for here for Tango Gameworks. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. Good news, bad news, indifferent. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
Well, bye.